But the reason that I want to share this with you is because this is my theme, again, for 2026. Mission accepted. Where have I avoided the mission? Where have I not accepted the mission? And this is a big one. Where have I made the mission all about me? And let me tell you how that manifests. I'm not good enough. Who's going to want this? Where will it come from? How will I do this? She already's done that. He already has that. It works for her, but it's not going to work for me. Is that landing? Because you're in this room because you're meant to shift the frequency of the planet, or you would not have made it here. And I want to help you do it. And so for me, this was something that I've shared as well. Is last year I had this realization in the spring that I had started doing that as well, as making it more about me instead of about the mission. And when I had the quantum leaps, when Hay House called, when I'm speaking internationally, when everything is really flowing and I'm making way more money than I ever made in corporate, which I had an incredible job inside of corporate and doing sales in hospitals and consulting with top-level surgeons. I had a great career. And people told me that I was crazy, but there was a resonance that made me shift those things. And so what began to happen each step of the way is I learned to move from a level of resonance. And I want to speak to this because this is how I want to invite you to operate moving forward. Because when you want to manifest, and who here has something that they've wanted to manifest for a while, but it has not actualized yet? Amazing, because my intention is to shift that and to change that for you. When you have that desire, there's a resonance. When I say the word resonance, is there anyone who's like, I don't understand? So you all are tracking with that. Resonance. There's a feeling in your body. Something's telling you, maybe this is for you. You made it into this room, likely, because there's a resonance. You're watching this via live stream because there's a resonance. And when you have that resonance and you follow it, you're guided by something much more intelligent than any one of us as a human being can be. Have you ever seen a flock of birds all going in a perfect V? Is there one of the birds going, you go that way, you go that way, you? No. They're connected into a frequency, into a resonance. Has anyone here ever had a feeling that you wanted to do something that made no logical sense? Everybody, come on! This is the Quantum Business Accelerator on 111, of course. That's where I want you playing. If it makes logical sense, you're going to get a logical result. Now, there's a dance here, because you've got to be able to dance in your current reality while pointing your alignment arrows up into the infinite field of possibilities. And I'm going to explain. So this is the Adams Actualization Activation. This is a blueprint that I created. I've trained people on this to teach it. If you're an Adams Actualization Certified Facilitator, please stand up. Can we give them a round of applause, please? And Tiffany as well is back there with the cameras, 1, 2. So this is a curriculum that's being taught inside of corporations. The vision is that it'll be taught inside of schools. It's being taught in communities at other retreats. And the intention is really that we all have a lot of tools available to us that we don't understand how to use. And I'm on a mission to change that. And so I'm going to take you through this. And what I would ask is that if you have questions, that you don't be shy and you raise your hand. Can we agree with that? Okay. So each of these A's represents an energetic field. The bottom A, this represents the third dimensional reality. So this is the reality that we're all experiencing right now. What are some things you experience when you're in this field? Bills. Always gets a bad rep. The bottom A always gets a bad rep. Bills, anger, frustration, childbirth, love. Orgasm. Money, money, money can come in. Experiences. Delicious food. So this is the duality, the good and bad of the human experience that happens here. Does anyone not understand what I mean when I say that the third dimensional reality? Is live stream tracking? Yes? Okay, amazing. In this field is where things are logical. And this is where we get tripped up in manifestation. Because we want what's logical, what's realistic, what's predictable, what makes sense. In this field, your energy can't be amplified if you're only in this field. I want you all to feel the amplification of your energy with me for a second. So close your eyes and pull all of your energy right into the center of your body. Take a big deep breath, breathing in, exhaling. Visualize yourself in a car, and the radio is not on, and you're not driving it, you're in the passenger seat, and there's no radio, and you're looking at the radio. Do you feel any energy in your mind? Now, turn the dial on, and your favorite song is on the radio, and all of a sudden, in your mind's eye, I want you to just feel the energy of your favorite song. With your hands, show me how big your energy is as you're listening to that song. Okay. Now turn the radio to a song you don't like. How big's your energy field with a song that you don't like? Turn the radio back off. How big's the energy field? Okay, you can open your eyes. With the radio off, I may not have clarified that. Just looking at the energy of the radio, not on. The energy just isn't there because it's not on. So when you're connected here in the bottom A, it is very hard to amplify your energetic field. But in order to create the way I'm going to show you how to create, you have to be able to amplify your energetic field. Because what's going to happen is the reality that you're going to create is going to come to you based on the level of resonance that you hold. Okay? So as I've talked about, I'm feeling resonance when people are saying certain words to me. How many of you in that first visualization or meditation, you felt a frequency? Maybe you had a tear. Maybe you felt a level of just love. Maybe you felt something else, but there was a level of resonance. Did you feel it? And if you didn't, that's okay. So, but there's other times, if you weren't to feel it today, there's other times where you might have felt it. So when you're here, just living in this bottom A, it's very challenging to amplify your field. When you don't have your field amplified, it's harder to manifest. So when you're in this field, and if you've read Quantum Vibes, who in here has read Quantum Vibes? Well, thank you to all of those who have read it. And if you haven't, I highly recommend. This goes into detail more and more about the energetics of manifesting. So when you're here and living in the bottom A, you're manifesting matter to matter. What does that mean? It means you push, you force, you're going to make something happen. You're going to get it done in a very predictable way, in a way that's realistic, in a way that you can reverse engineer, in a way where you're so confident that it's going to happen. Let me ask you this. Raise your hand if you love control. Do you love to be in control? Well, then you're right here when you're in control, y'all. When you want to be in control, you want to be certain. Now, we're going to speak about certainty, divine certainty, which is a different thing, which is very important when it comes to manifestation. So, with the bottom A, if you're trying to control, if you're wanting everything to be known, predictable, mapped out, how big is your field? It's small. Who makes the rules in this field? Society? Who else? Parents, schools, government, systems. What was the last one? Traumas. Yeah. Clients. Thanks, Kyle. Wow. I'm at least taking you up to the middle A, I thought. Okay. We'll move on. The middle A here. This represents possibilities. Possibilities. This represents your highest, truest, wisest self. This represents, there's a song that I always sing with this field, and because it's the field of excitement. Do you know that song? You make me feel like dancing, we're gonna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing, we're gonna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. It's that energy. It's like you want to get up and go, because there's also the energy of, let me put on my PJs and get under a blanket and not move at all, and which is fine. But this energy is a field of excitement and the field of possibility. Now, the reason I asked you about where you were before you were born is because we all have a unique soul blueprint. And part of manifesting from the quantum field of infinite possibilities is revealing your unique soul blueprint. So if you can y'all play with me for a second? If you are, wait, I can't hear you. Can y'all play with me for a second? Yeah. Thank you. If you can imagine that you're up in the heavens and you're in that space of oneness, taken care of with wisdom, peace, serenity. Let me get the right spot here. And you're there with whatever you believe is your highest power, God, creator, universe, source. And you're in the heavens. And you're looking down, and you're like, I want to go. And they're like, I don't think you want to go. I don't think you want to go. And you're like, yeah, I want to go. Send me down. I want to go. I can see what's happening. I know I can help. Send me down. And they're like, last 3 times you went down, not sure. I'm going to do it. I can do it. And so you're sitting in the heavens from millennia, wisdom from millennia past and millennia future. Because in the heavens, time is an illusion. There is no such thing. And you're looking down and you're like, send me. And you say, I want to have these parents. I want to live in this time. I want all these issues because I'm going to evolve my soul. And when I evolve my soul, I'm going to get to wherever I want to be up in the heavens. And they're like, well, you're going to forget. The thing is you're not going with all the wisdom you have now. You're going to get complete amnesia, and you may or may not remember. I'll definitely remember. How could I forget this feeling of oneness and peace and being taken care of? A lot of people don't remember. A lot of people aren't me. I'll remember. And you go down, and before you go down, you say, okay, what's the map? What's the plan? Where am I going to go? How am I going to get the most out of this experience? How am I going to do something that's going to be good for me, good for the world, good for the people I'm meant to serve? What does that look like? And you set a map, kind of like we set on a GPS where you're going. And if you're going to go from Georgia to California, how many ways are there to get there? 1 million. You can drive a bajillion ways. You can fly a bajillion ways. You could ride a bike a bajillion ways. There's a lot of different ways to get there. And so I believe that you and your soul and God create the unique soul blueprint. So what does that look like? And more importantly, who has the key to unlock it? And you're the only one that has the key to unlock it. Now, can conversations like this help? Absolutely. So you have the power, you have the keys, you are the missing piece. You are the only one that can unlock your unique soul blueprint.